give the money and we'll pay the controllers.
Yeah, well, I saw reports that air traffic controllers only received partial pay mid-October, and this past week they missed a paycheck altogether. So practically speaking, for those who are in these jobs, would you advise them to pick up part-time work elsewhere?
No, I'm clearly asking them, come to work. It is your job to come to work, and eventually you will be paid. But as I've traveled around the country and talked to air traffic controllers, they've told me that a lot of them can navigate missing one paycheck. None of them can manage missing two paychecks. And they're like every American family.
Yeah.
Everyone watching your show today, as they think about their own finances, how many paychecks can they miss before it becomes real stress, real strife in their life? And so they're at the next week, they're going to get a notice of what their next paycheck is going to be. And if the government doesn't open, the notice will be another big fat zero. And you're going to see more of them probably make the decisions of funding their families, putting food on their table, gas in their cars, versus coming into work. That's not what I want, but I'm a realist as well, Margaret. These are the decisions of life and survival that these controllers have to make. By the way,
yeah.
it's the technicians also. We have old equipment. We have technicians that work in the towers that keep the equipment operational. They're not getting paid. I have train inspectors who are working to keep our trains running and running safely. They're working without pay. I have pipeline inspectors, same thing. Across the system, we have a number of people who are working without pay. We talk about the air traffic controllers, but I have thousands of employees who are showing up, doing the work, and trying to keep this system safe for the American people, all the while they don't get paid to do it.
Understood. So you said back on Fox Business on October 9th that I can't have people not showing up for work and that they may be let go. There's a shortage of 4,000 controllers already. You're not firing people, are you? You can't afford to.
No. So we're 2,000 to 3,000 controllers short, but that's a huge number. And you make an interesting point, because I've tried to surge air traffic controllers into the system through our academy. Margaret, we're up 20% of controllers through the academy this year alone. It takes them about a year to two to get certified in a tower. But this shutdown is impacting my pipeline of controllers. Yep. And so when everyone forgets about air traffic control and the shutdown, I'm going to deal with the consequences of, again, delivering for the American people and getting more controllers in the towers, not less. And you bring up a good point. We're already stressed in that we don't have enough controllers in our system. And this shutdown, when we have staffing triggers where they're not coming in because they're funding their families and food on their tables, that makes it more difficult because we're already short.
So you're not going to fire them?
I don't plan on firing control.
Okay.
No, listen, again, when they're making decisions to feed their families, I'm not going to fire air traffic controllers. I have loved them and supported them as they're trying to go through this process, and it's challenging for them. They need support. They need money. They need a paycheck. They don't need to be fired.
All right. Secretary Duffy, thank you for your time this morning. We'll be right back.